Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is It's About the Pasta, a Vanderpump Rules podcast. Season 4, episode 10. Don't know what it's called, but we are almost on our trip this season, which we love. We're building up to it. I thought this episode was fine, though. It was a good time.
I enjoyed it. It was a lot of like little things to kind of tie up some stuff from earlier this season and like kick off some other stuff. So I feel like we're in that transition. Like, hey, we had a lot going on early on. We're going to shift into the
chapter
second.
1. We're into chapter 2. We have like 7 more chapters because our seasons are 22 episodes long.
Yes.
But we will get there. So before we get into the episode, be sure to check out the A&M Podcast Network. We have this podcast. We have our Summer House podcast called Summer is Fun. And we have One Season Wonders. Please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Join our Facebook group. It's the same name as the podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Let me tell you quickly what you can get. So for $1 a month, you get access to all of our pre-shows that we record, which is where Meredith and I just talk about whatever we want. And also you get access to any episodes that we record early, such as this one. So if you're listening to this in 2022, you are a
winner. Actually, you're a loser.
You're a loser, kind of.
You could have been a winner, but don't
have this in 2021.
Don't make the same mistake.
And then for $2 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus you get access to our after show, which is where we do any spoilers or like kind of Bravo news relating to our shows. Because we had a little Bravo news in our pre-show today, but none of it had to do with stuff that's actually
it's never
now.
a spoilers. It's
all stuff that happened.
What are Alicia and I watching outside of the shows we actually do podcasts on?
Exactly. Also you get access to, or no, you don't get access to anything else, but we say your name on the podcast. So thank you to Chris, Danae, Dustin, Gina, Jackie, Mariah, Tracy, and Zoe.
Woohoo!
Woo! And then from there, for $5 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, we will ask for your opinion during any live shows. So by the time you're listening to this, all of our live shows have probably aired and finished. But if you're listening to this on the Patreon, be sure to up to $5 a month during the live shows, because we have Vanderpump Rules and Summer House coming out.
But even those just listening on
House.
Patreon, there's always live shows. So during live show season, come at least join us for that if we haven't hooked you with the other stuff.
Yeah. And so we'll ask for your opinions. We'll read them on the podcast. So fun. So great. And then also we will pick a patron of the episode. So this patron of the episode is going to be Jackie, because we love her. Podcast
Jackie.
Mom. Love her so much. She's our OG. She's our fave. Numero uno in our hearts forever and ever and ever. Can't wait for the live seasons because she always gives us great thoughts.
I know, especially with her and Dustin, they're gonna bring some info.
And I feel like we watch it with her too, which is like really nice. So it's not just us always with our own opinions, because usually we agree, and Jackie at least brings like another element to it.
Yes. Yeah. Even if she agrees with our opinion, she comes at a different angle.
Yes, which is great. And she's a little more wiser than us. Like remember that one 100%. Comment we got? Someone asked us if we were literally twins. So we obviously have the mindset of a 13-year-old.
Oh my God. The review. I think it was the review. Speaking of, please go review our podcast. I get so sad every week when we get an email with 0 reviews. Or what is it? Yeah, review.
Hopefully it gets better during the live seasons, but sad. It is sad. Okay. Let's get into the episode though. So previously on Vanderpump Rules, the Toms got butt tattoos. Brittany is moving to LA. If you don't know who Brittany is, she is Kentucky. But on her whole big drive, Jax is still flirting with Lala behind her back.
Hey, he said in his rules, if she's not in a 30-minute vicinity of him, it doesn't count.
No,
At least he's kind of consistent.
I'm just telling you what happened last time.
I know.
Setting it up. The Toms are trying to get involved with Vanderpump Sangria, but they have no idea what they're doing. Kristen apologized to Ariana, but Ariana didn't really accept it. Sandoval and Jax want to throw a joint birthday party, but Jax wants Kristen there, and Sandoval does not. So
here we are.
Let's get into the drama. So we open up at Villa Rosa. Schwartz is here. He's like really nervous to see Lisa for some reason, which I think is because he has a big crush on her.
That's the thing. There are so many things he already is nervous about. And then there's so many other layers added to it.
Yes. And then we also think that like they're going to talk about Vanderpump Sangria because they mentioned how Sandoval's not here.
Well,
which
she also asked, like, is he doing his homework about the sangria? And he's like, yes, of course. But then she quizzes him about one thing. And he's like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, he'll research it later because he's kind of busy right now.
Yeah, let me distract. Every girl can be distracted by jewelry, even if it's not for them. So let's use the distraction technique.
Yes. So he shows Lisa the ring that he got for Katie.
And before he opens that box, I love him like fake proposing to Lisa and how giddy she gets. She's so cute.
It was very cute. But Lisa loves the ring. It's very Katie. It's a lot higher than the expectations we had for Schwartz. And Schwartz really wants to surprise, aka blindside Katie. And Lisa doesn't think that's a good idea. But he's right though. Like he talks about how like doing a serious proposal is not him. And until I actually saw the proposal, I was like, you're right. Like if he like walked on a beach with her and then got down on one knee, it's just not them and especially not him. Mm-hmm. Well, he says he wants to Schwartzify the proposal. Which made me nervous. Hopefully she says yes. But I'm just going to say, I think he crushed it. I don't. I think it was the worst. But I'm saying it's very him. I don't want that, but I think it's the right amount of him. It could have been way worse. Yes, but also this was pretty bad. The bar is very low, but we will talk about it. So next we go to Dr. And I thought the sign said Dr. Tattoo Off. Oh, I thought it was a fun play on words, but I guess this is also like a dermatologist place. So I don't know if that's accurate, but I thought that's what the sign said. Anyway, so Sandoval and Ariana are here to get his butt tattoo of a flaming A bacon removed. And Sandoval actually knows the office manager because she's friends with Kristen. So like the good part is he could get a discount, but the bad part is that Kristen's going to know about this. Yeah, not what you want, but we need that discount. And while they're waiting, they talk about Katie being really annoying and how everyone here holds a grudge in this group, except when it pertains to Kristen, which I kind of agree. And Jax. I mean, Jax's grudges against him don't hold like nobody holds on to them for that long. They basically last however long the season is. And once the seasons are over, it's like, okay, let's drop those grudges. I think it's because, and honestly, this speaks more about the people that Jax and Kristen are. They are just such shitty people. No one expects anything. So they just like drop the grudge. And I think they are pretty fun. So people are willing to let things slide because they do enjoy like going out with them, or like they're not, they do horrible big things, but they're not horrible literally 24/7. They probably hang out with Kristen and go and like grab a drink with her and it won't be horrible one-on-one. They probably buy the rounds of shots. So people are like, that's fine. Like they're always up to do something. That's kind of nice. I guess, but until they screw you. I know. I'm just, but it's like Sheena's reasoning. Well, she hasn't done anything to me. I see why people are willing to let this stuff go. I see it too. I get it. I mean, I wouldn't, but. I wouldn't either. I think my bar would be just set so low that I like wouldn't care, but I wouldn't want them near me. But I always think of it like a front door. Like some people are just willing to let that shit in while a lot of people like aren't. Yeah. I mean, I see Ariana and Tom's side of this. I get it. I get it 100%. But they are being a little dramatic. After this episode, I'm deciding like, I'm giving like 10% of annoyance to Ariana and Tom though. I don't even remember. So we'll get there. because I wasn't annoyed with them.
This part of it adds to it. Like, I just am tired of talking about it.
So we meet Emily, the tattoo removal specialist. She takes a look at Tom's tattoo, and there is potential that Sandoval is allergic to red ink.
Yikes. So it's like raised and it looks like it has an infection.
Yeah.
So we cannot touch it yet.
We're going to wait a while just to let it heal. And the only thing is that Sandoval shouldn't tan nude, but like, who does that? And then he asks about a tanning bed, but it's also like, who does that? Because at this point, we know skin cancer is very prevalent and tanning beds are banned for you. But Sandoval does it because we get flashes of him doing it. And also he's about to go on a trip. So we want like, a nice base
he has to do it. And again, they're like, who does that?
They're literally like, don't do that.
Have you ever gone tanning?
No.
I've never in my life. I knew people who did.
Yeah.
And it just didn't make sense to me.
No, I always was like tanner than everyone else naturally. So I just kind of dealt with it. Even when they would fake tan and they'd look tanner than me, I'd be like, well, it's not real. So you enjoy. But no, it freaked me out. I saw Final Destination 3 where they burned to death in the tanning.
Oh my God. I also am just scared it won't open up.
Wait, did you never see Final Destination 3?
I don't do stuff like that.
That's exactly what happened. So basically something goes haywire and the beds don't open up and two girls burn in the tanning beds.
Like I enjoy being tan in the summer and like laying out, but part of it is kind of like being by a pool. So like if you're just getting tan in an office building.
And you're going to get skin cancer if you do that. And it's probably disgusting because a bunch of teenagers work at the tanning salon.
So many cons.
Do they actually
aren't there?
Clean it? So, but plus side, Sandoval gets 25% off. So it's going to be $1,000, basically $1,007. And it takes
nightmare.
It takes a year and a half to remove it. Which I was like, honestly, the time is worse than the actual money. I get that they're servers, but they have this Bravo show. So I'm assuming $1,000 like isn't that
for him. Like, for normal people, that would suck though.
Yeah, but personally, I thought it was going to be a lot more.
And do you get to pay it over the 7 to 10 treatments, or do you have to pay when it's all done? Can I get a payment plan?
I thought this cost like 10 grand. So I was like, this isn't so bad.
Well, I agree with the time thing. I also started thinking, okay, nobody else can see this. Is this really worth getting removed?
Yes, because Ariana doesn't want to see it.
Yes. I feel like I would sit on it literally for a year and like move on after that.
Nope.
Because over time it'll fade. So then maybe you only need like 6 treatments. Nope. I would not pressure my boyfriend to get this removed after finding out it's $1,000.
If he didn't want to get it removed, I'd say fine because it's his body, his choice.
Give me the $1,000.
But
buy me a nice purse.
No. But guess what? I'm gonna make a bunch of comments about it whenever I want to.
All the time.
And you're gonna get annoyed. And so if you want to get it removed, so I stop making comments, fine. But sorry,
I want you to give me the $1,000 it's gonna cost to do this. I'm gonna make fun of you for the rest of your life. And I'm going to get something great.
Yeah.
Think before you wink is the moral of the story.
Okay. So now we're out to drinks. This is that Friday night drink that Jax asked Lala on, but now Sheena and Kristen are here because Jax can't be alone with Lala.
No. Kentucky is on her way here. So he had to add 2 people to this to make it look less sketchy.
Kentucky's literally taking pictures for Twitter, like selfies for Twitter to let them know where she is on her ride.
My favorite one was, I hate hotel pillows, #good night.
I saw the one where it was like,
bring your own fucking pillow,
75 miles, time to stretch my feet. Literally, if I followed this girl on Twitter, I would respond and be like if I'm just a person from high school that I see her posting this, I'd be like, who the fuck cares, Brittany? Shut up already.
Yeah, but I think it's hilarious that adding 2 people to this drinks means that he's in the clear. It's not about his behavior once he's at the drinks.
Yeah, because there are other people here. So they're obviously not going to, they might want to fuck on tables, but they're not going to fuck on tables.
Because there's other people here. So it's fine. There were other people. Yeah.
So before,
people who lie for me. That's the key thing.
Yeah, really. I personally think Kristen's only here to keep an eye on him and Lala because she's very jealous because she wants Jax for herself. Yeah, I'm going with this conspiracy theory.
And she is jealous about James. So I feel like sometimes when even like, though she kind of hates Lala, which she like brings up a little bit here, she like wants to know the details because she's like, just can't get it out of her mind.
Yes. So before Lala gets here, they are talking about Jax's birthday party thing. And this is when Sheena says that she heard, and I want to say probably from Katie, that Katie got annihilated by Tom and Ariana, and all Jax did was sit there. Why didn't he defend her? And Kristen she's like well aware that Tom Sandoval does not want her at his birthday party. At least she's like self-aware.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's getting some awareness.
But she wants Jax to invite her, and she is putting on the pressure, and it is red hot.
This is awkward. You don't talk about things in front of people because, in my opinion, once you do, that means they're invited. Like, this should not be a conversation in front of Kristen.
Also, here's where I think Sheena kind of went wrong. She is supposedly Ariana's friend, one of her best friends, and she is talking mad shit, not only about Ariana, but to the girl who wants to murder Ariana.
Yes.
Ooh. Like, if it was just Sheena and Jax, like, fine, maybe.
But it's not like Sheena's saying, I'm frustrated that, like, Ariana can't let this go. She's basically being like, Ariana's so dramatic. She can't, like, she just keeps holding on to this. They're like the worst. It's like that's not how a best friend talks about their friend. Like, you can say you're annoyed that, like, you want Kristen there and that's frustrating. You can say how it feels from your side, but like to attack your best friend and, like you said, in front of somebody who hates her.
Of the girl.
Not
the
cool.
girl that's
I would
causing
be
the issues.
Pissed if this was my friend.
And then on top of that, Sheena looks at Jax and goes, it's your birthday party, so if you want to invite Kristen, you can. And I was like, no. It is a joint. It is a joint birthday party. And then
I do believe that, but as that person's friend, you shouldn't be like encouraging this.
Yes. And then I was like, I hope Tom Sandoval invites James on the fly. I hope right on a whim, he's just like, why don't you come? Because fuck it.
Yes. Can you imagine if Jax would flip a shit if the roles were reversed and it was Sandoval, James, and Lala sitting at a happy hour, and he was telling Lala, like, hey, you're invited, James, we really want you to come, but Jax really won't, like, he's just being dramatic and
Jax
won't let
would
you.
Be so mad. Yeah. So Jax says he's gonna fight for Kristen, so she isn't get a full invite, but we all know Kristen's going to show up whether she's invited or not. So unless Jax says, hey, you are not invited, do not come, Kristen's coming.
Even especially if he did do that, Hawaii, I think she would come.
Yeah. So Lala shows up and says hey and whatever, and like her and Kristen share some words, and basically Kristen doesn't give a fuck if Lala hooks up with James or whatever, but she probably shouldn't hook up with James because James is the fucking worst, and Kristen doesn't want to be friends with Lala because you can't be friends with someone who's hooking up with your ex, but Kristen can be friends with someone because she hooked up with their actual boyfriend.
Yeah,
I was just
so
like,
many things. But don't worry, let's just do shots instead.
Oh, we do a lot of shots. I got sick watching this.
It was a lot. And then she'd have been like, I'm one ahead of you. I was like, bitch, no one cares how many you're on. I hate people who count drinks.
Same. I will drink what I want to drink when I want to drink it.
Yes.
Thank you. So Kristen or Lala says to Kristen, like, can I give you a hug? Like, let's just clear the air. They're obviously enamored at this point, just full belligerent. And Jax then is like, Lala gives good hugs. Watch. And then Lala and Jax embrace, and she licks his ear, to which she says she'll lick anyone's ear, which is a very intimate thing. Please don't lick my ear ever.
Lala is very forward. This is her personality, but this is so cringy. And this is the problem of Jax starting rumors about not being with someone. This is the Lala you get. She thinks there's no boundaries when there are.
Yes. And it's even, honestly, I would have rather Jax and Lala just like been alone at this point, because if I was A, Sheena, and B, Kristen.
Yes.
Ugh, like Kristen, who's secretly in love with Jax, just watching this.
I don't even care if Jax doesn't have a girlfriend. I don't want to see any of this type of action. I don't like this happening to me. I hate people touching me, but I also hate watching people get very touchy-feely.
I could be at the bar or like the seat all the way across the bar. If I see this, I'm gonna literally tell everyone to look at these two idiots. And I'm gonna watch and be like, this is disgusting. But Jax brings up his birthday and invites Lala, to which pisses Kristen off even more because how can this skank Lala be invited and not Kristen, who's Jax's best friend and best fuck? Am I right? Ooh, sorry. Okay, so
only because Lala hasn't gotten in there.
But Jax is so into Lala. And we're screaming, this is why you shouldn't date Brittany. And then Jax literally is like, hey, Lala, if I wanted to take you home and have sex with you, I would. And Lala being flirty is like, will you do it now? And I was like, ugh.
Listen, I'm feeling these vibes for Lala. She thinks he's free and like she's putting it out there.
I know.
And he is playing with her. That's the worst part is he keeps being like, I would fuck you in front of them right here, right now.
On the table. Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, the poor 70 miles out is Brittany.
The poor, the boom operator is just like getting all this and just,
oh my God. Can you imagine the person who has to write the subtitles for this?
It's like, I would bang you on this table right now.
I need to listen to it 4 times, a little bit slower to make sure I get the words right.
He's just saying, he's like, was that a weird whisper? Did I catch? I'm just not going to even put it in. So Jax clearly has a boner. He's really struggling. He keeps leaning over.
I know.
He's not even hiding this boner.
Oh
he's
my God.
Full on. And so he's like, he asked Lala if this was the secret that the guy typing this out really struggled with. Jax asked if they can fuck and not tell anybody because Brittany's on her way. Brittany
is literally here in like 2 days.
Yeah. So, Kristen calls Lala a skank while Jax excuses himself because his boner needs to be attended to without Lala.
Yeah. He's like, I need to walk around a little bit too.
Yeah. And then we have no idea how the night ended because then we just go to SUR the next day. So we assume nothing. I was kind of like, if we got them walking away together, we would have gotten them walking away together. So,
or it would have like, we're going to get it as like a flashback.
Or yes. So we're at SUR. It starts out great. Tom Sandoval breaks a whole bottle of liquor. I forget what it is. This pungent shit.
Oh yeah. He says it's like super sticky. This sucked. Like, he
didn't even hit it that hard.
No, he was just cleaning the shelf, probably dusting it and like putting it back. And it just, damn, this sucks. I felt for him.
I know. And Lisa, of course, is here because she smells it. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. So he's like cleaning everything. And then Katie comes over because she smells it. And Katie's just like, are you sure you're cut out for the sangria business? To which then Lisa and Katie just talk a bunch of shit how Sandoval and Schwartz suck at the sangria business.
Yeah, they're not prepared. Then, Katie just wants some commitment, a little drive. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, like he could be a trash man, just be the most committed and driven trash man.
So annoyed that Schwartz doesn't commit to literally anything. Then she confirms she's going to Tom Sandoval's birthday party and walks away. And the minute she leaves, she has to look nice. So the minute the minute Katie leaves, Sandoval and Lisa look at each other and they're like, do you know?
I love that. I love that. She leaves and they like give each other a knowing look and it's like, yes, me too. Thank God.
Lisa and Sandoval are the only two people that know Schwartz is gonna do it soon. Like Sheena knows it's coming. Jax probably knows it's like on its way.
I don't think Lisa got told the plan, but I think she put the pieces together when like
Sandoval was like,
as soon as Sandoval's like, make sure you look nice.
Yes. So, but Sandoval knows the whole plan. It's going to happen.
It's the perfect cover.
Yes. And then like we talk about his his wants for marriage, and he thought marriage was way in the distance, but like now that he knows Ariana, he wants to marry her. But we got to get Schwartz
so much closer.
We got to get Schwartz married first because this is 6 years in the making and we are tired of it.
Very true.
So at SUR, Jax is working. He gets a call from Brittany, and Bravo put in small letters under there on the phone, Brittany, Jax's girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't even look at that.
So even Bravo is well aware of what's
Bravo
happening.
Is aware of the relationship status, despite Lala not being aware.
But Kentucky's almost here. She's in the back of Sir.
Yeah.
Jax goes to meet her. She's got a car full of all her shit and that giant pink sweatshirt on that I remember her in.
That literally says Kentucky.
It's Kentucky. It's
if you didn't know where she was coming from.
No,
you got the visual reminder.
She had a rep. So it's really happening. Jax is excited, but it's moving a little fast.
Which I'm like, Jax, you're the one who moved it this
She would have gotten her own place. She would have.
Or like a roommate. She could have like lived with like Faith and with that couch that Sandoval gave for them.
Instead, we are literally going to share a studio. And as someone who lives in a studio, I do not ever want to share it. So
no, I don't even want to share one bedroom with someone.
No, never. So Brittany and Jax go inside to the bar and James comes by. And even though him and Jax hate each other, James is very nice. He says hello to Brittany because they've met before.
Yes, James is being very cordial for meeting, in a sense, basically a random person. And
he's like, James is like, oh, are you just here to visit? What's happening? And Brittany's like, no, I'm moving in with Jax. I'm here. I'm in LA.
We're doing the whole thing.
And I'm a Los Angeles girl. James is literally like, that's amazing. Please enjoy. Goodbye.
My inner person is filing that away. Thank you for that nugget.
So James in his confessional says in 1 year, Brittany will not be in the picture, which I think is a safe bet.
I'm like,
honestly, if I got
to put money on even it, 1 year for that, I'm thinking like a month,
30 minutes.
Just wait wait till the reunion where she finds out and like sees all this air and like all these conversations with Lala. How could you ever be with someone like that?
Can you imagine? He just like gets back from his shift at Sir and she's all moved in and he freaks out and is like, get out.
He's like, I can't do this.
We're breaking up.
I know. So, he says there's like so many boxes and so many things. I'm like, she was able to fit it all in that tiny car. She does not have a lot of sedans.
I had a full fucking truck, Sir. Good luck. So then they get a great shot of like Jax and Brittany talking and Brittany's back is to the restaurant. And then Lala walks in like to Brittany's back and sees them talking and was like, oh, so we don't know what happened last night because Lala looks a little awkward and Jax obviously like doesn't acknowledge her.
Yeah.
So so Brittany's gonna go back. She's gonna pack everything herself. Jax says after a shift they'll celebrate. Brittany asks,
wink, wink.
How we gonna celebrate? How we gonna do it? And
what do you got planned?
What you got?
Like, I know.
Just some shots, and then he like goes out to the bars to meet new girls.
To meet up with Lala.
Okay. But so Brittany's here. So then James goes up to Lala at the hostess stand. Cheek kiss, immediate cheek kiss. And then James tells Lala about Brittany moving in with Jax.
Yeah, did you see that?
And Lala's like, literally, what the fuck? He did not tell me.
Yeah, I got a completely different story.
And she's like, good thing you didn't come back from the bar with me last night.
And I was like, excuse me, last night you hung out with Jax.
And this is where Lala clarifies, Jax hasn't cheated on this girl yet, and at least not with Lala. So
yes, Lala is 100% honest with James about what happened last night, their conversations.
And James is super annoyed.
Yeah. But she says, hey, I'm being honest with you. We're not together.
He just wants to fuck Lala so bad.
Dude,
and Lala
just wants to fuck Jax.
Lala has put him in Netflix and chips. They're like one step above friends and one step below, like, or maybe one step above cuddle buddies, but one step below fuck buddies. That's what it was.
Yes.
Like they just, they just like mess around.
He says they're kind of in a Netflix and chill zone. I think she does. Yeah. One of them says it. And I was like, yeah, but you're really not at the chill part.
They're not chilling. They're just watching Netflix and like
they're just watching Netflix,
like dry humping. And they're just like dry humping.
Yes.
They're in like a high school relationship where like you don't 100%. Have sex. So Lala does kind of apologize to James, but it's basically like it was the alcohol and I didn't lie about it. And James is like, I'm not mad, I'm jealous, which like Lala finds cute. And so this is when James in his confessional talks about Brittany, but calls her Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I never want to refer to her anything again. This is her new nickname. We are calling her Kentucky Fried Chicken whenever she like does anything that's funny. I love it. Okay, so then Lala mentions that she was invited to Hawaii for Jackson Tom's birthday. And James is like, oh my God, Hawaii, I'm fucking in. And they're both going to be naked with coconuts. This is great. James
the thing. When you talk about something, when you talk about something in front of someone, they're, by my book, they're invited. James took it that way too. I'm in. We're going to Hawaii.
But I just love James and Kristen. Both their vibe is, don't care if I'm invited, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, this sounds exciting. Great, which is toxic considering they're both the people
that no one wants.
That they don't want both of them there for sure.
Well, I'm excited. I want both of them there. I don't know about you.
I don't want both. I don't want it to be like them screaming match. I'm okay with like Kristen and Ariana getting into it or Jackson James, but I don't want Kristen and James getting into it.
You know? I want all of it.
No, I'm over it.
I want it. Okay, so now we're at the Sir office and Jax is here to pick up his paycheck from Lisa.
Which like, don't we have direct deposit? But whatever.
No, this is 2015 and Jax is from the 1800s. So he doesn't know what a bank account is. And so he now is just asking for time off for his birthday trip, which is in a week.
Shocked. I mean, I'm not shocked, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
It's so annoying. So he lists off the group that's going and it's like everyone we figured. And then Todd is actually invited.
Which like Lisa's like, don't touch my son. I know what you do on these trips. We got lots of problems typically. I don't want my son mixed up in that.
Yeah. Oh my, the fact that he's like, Max is invited because Max is like flirting with Faith. Lisa's like, no. A, didn't know that. B, so now my son's in trouble. And B, no, my son's not going. Thank you. But the good thing is Peter is coming. So he'll look after Max, to which then Lisa's even more pissed because she didn't realize her assistant manager was going to fucking be on this trip.
Yeah,
as well.
Jax left that important name, one of the most important.
And I'm sorry, Peter is not Max's babysitter. Max is a full-grown man.
And also, like, let's be honest, how responsible is Peter? I mean, he's the most responsible out of that group, but to watch your son, no.
It's just so funny. And then Jax does say he's leaving behind a busser for Lisa, which will be James.
Yeah, you can have James.
Lisa's like, great. I do not care. We're not going to sit here and talk shit about James. I just don't care about either of you.
So we'll talk about Brittany instead.
Brittany is coming.
Brittany's here.
Basically like, good luck. She knows.
That's another topic Lisa doesn't want to talk about because then it comes back to the can you hire Brittany, discussion. So it's like
she showed up naked twice.
It sounds like your life is great. Please leave my office.
It's so funny. Okay, so then now we're at Lala's apartment. We're making drinks for Faith and Lala, and we have pizza. These are my bitches. This is who I want to hang out with.
Yes.
This is my ideal day. And so they get along really well. Lala confides in Faith, tells her that she finally touched James's pee-pee.
Please don't. I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
I wrote down penis, but I'm sad. So from
this
now
is
here
like
on out,
makes me think like Lala's like 10. The way she like
I hate it. I hate it.
I don't like this.
So Lala doesn't even know why she finds James attractive because Faith asked. She's like, the fuck is happening with this?
Yeah.
She's
Lala's like breaking all her rules.
But she just always wants to hang out with James and like make out with James. But then there's Jax and like she's like a weird connection to him. And Faith is basically like this bitch messy, but she's supportive.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Lala tells Faith about Jax and says that night they went out for drinks. She texted Jax at 3 a.m. and said like, get in my bed now. Luckily he didn't answer. And luckily Lala didn't remember until the next morning when she saw it.
There's nothing worse than drunk texting someone and then waking up and having to look at it.
And being like, oh my God.
Especially like that aggressive of a one. And then finding out that guy actually does have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, so that's so easy to spin that evidence that she texted and Jack, it doesn't seem like he responded, to be like, yeah, she's just all over me.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's bad. But Lala now says she's done messing with Jax because she doesn't fuck with guys that have girlfriends. Yeah. But hopefully drunk Lala remembers, which I get that to some extent. Drunk you is just like a whole new monster.
Drunk you, there are no boundaries, there are no rules.
Yeah.
We're gonna get what we want.
But I appreciate Faith. She's basically like, Faith likes Brittany as a person, but Faith is also like, if you're dating Jax, like how good a person can you like be?
Yeah. If you're like into Jax. Oh, about Brittany. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. She's basically like, Brittany's whatever to me because
she knows what she's getting herself. She should know what she's getting herself into.
Like we don't feel bad for her. Like Faith doesn't feel bad for Brittany.
No.
So now we're at Kristen's apartment. Sheena and Katie are here. This is the first time they're seeing Kristen's apartment, and Kristen is thrilled at the possibility of the three of them being friends.
Oh my God. It is just wild. She's like, oh my God, this is going to be the next step in us rebuilding our friendship again. Like we went from like being friendly and like they're talking to my face to now like we're going to be BFFs. I've made amends.
I'd like to say though,
this is great.
If I was Katie and Sheena, I'm excited to walk in, but then Kristen announces that she has carbless and meatless lasagna, and I would have walked my ass right on out the door.
I know. And also, we're having drinks. Why are we having lasagna?
What is a carbless, meatless lasagna?
I would think it is actually
chickpea like pasta with like fake meat, or is it?
No, you like people. Some people noodles. Like slice zucchini into like noodle style to like get rid of the noodles.
Which is like fine, but
then like meatless. So then you probably have mushrooms. It's basically just mushrooms with red sauce that are layered. Okay.
I didn't know if we were doing like vegan and like maybe chickpea pot, like an off brand. Because I could maybe.
I don't think that should existed yet.
Okay, I could fuck with like some chickpea pasta and like some
bonanza or bonza or whatever it's called.
That's fine. But if you fully give me zucchini with like mushrooms on it, I'd be like, I could have ordered a salad.
Just red sauce with zucchini and mushrooms.
And basically. Cheese and zucchini and cheese.
Yeah, you might as well just like
cheese.
You might as well just roast your zucchini and sprinkle that Parmesan on top so it gets a little crunchy.
It just freaks me out.
Screw the red sauce at that rate.
I do think, if we remember correctly, though, Kristen is a vegetarian, so
I think you're right.
She does eat
no
Korean She doesn't eat Korean barbecue. If we,
oh my God,
go back. Okay, so sorry, we spent a lot of time on this list. I'm very upset as an Italian. Okay, so Katie really does see Kristen trying to make amends. They were so close for so long, and she sees Kristen trying to be better. So Katie's ready to move on. So they all sit down, they talk. Katie tells Kristen about the Vegas tattoo. Like what the annoyance. Fuck? That's more permanent than a ring.
Just give me the damn ring.
Kristen feeds right into it because she's just trying to be friends. Sheena, though, is trying to hold it together because she knows there's a ring. She just doesn't know when Katie's going to get it. This would be
hard because you're like, yeah, he's the worst, but you also don't want to push her too far off that cliff to like actually get pissed at him.
Just break up with him.
You know what she wants is coming, but you don't know when. So it's like, how much do I feed into this?
Can you imagine if you just feed in too much and then Katie calls you and is like, I left him. And you're like, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of wish that happened. That would have been so funny.
I want that to happen with like, not them, because I do like them. Like Sheena, that would have been funny, like for Sheena.
Poor Shay.
If like, because like Sheena's more aggressive about the ring.
That's true. Okay, then they bring up Jax's birthday again. And Katie says that Jax hasn't been honest to Sandoval. She puts Jax in the hot seat and
which
says
is
that
true.
Jax is like hasn't said anything to Sandoval about Kristen going. He's like, let it be. But Jax is telling Kristen that he's like fighting for her. And Katie probably knows the story because Schwartz is like stuck in the middle of this fucking mess.
Yeah.
So they bring up again Ariana and Sandoval not liking Kristen, and Katie gets it. She does get where they're coming from, but she says, They should move on. What was I reading?
Yeah, she's like, they keep victimizing themselves. They keep like playing it over and over. Like they can't get over this. And she says it's basically like, they're like, it's not like you killed their dog, Kristen, and then like put the remains in an envelope and like mailed it.
Shit on it.
I'm like, what?
That Kristen should be arrested for that.
Because Sheena says like, well, they keep saying that you like wanted her to die. And I'm like, well, I mean, she did. And I get like, we do need to move past
it's supposed to be a joke.
So like at that point, we all just need to agree to disagree. And I think we got to stop talking about the you wish death upon me. But Ariana can always dislike.
The only point I see on it is I have to go on a trip with you. Like
we need to be able to get to a point where we can all sit at a large dinner table and everybody should know and respect that, like, let's just put them on either side.
It should be baby steps. And I don't think the baby step is going to Hawaii. I get it. I get it. And I think that Tom and Ariana would be better if it was someone else's birthday and not Tom's.
Agreed with that.
Like I get
just like a joint birthday at like a bar. I think they really would agree to Kristen being at the bar scene.
I agree. I think their point is we don't want to go on a trip for our own
this
birthday.
Is too much for us. Yes.
And but I think they would do a trip for like Katie's birthday and Kristen would be there. Or Sheena's birthday. They did Miami with Kristen.
Very true.
Done it. They've like done it. And I think they're over it, but they know what to expect.
They're like, why this moment? That's what Ariana and Tom are thinking. But everybody else is like, you need to move past this.
Move past
I think they do need to move. I see both sides. Like they do kind of need to move past this.
They need to move past it to a point. I think
but this is not the point, event
because we haven't built up to it. I think because it seems like they've just been separate and now they're like, we should do vacation.
Yeah. But this is where I'm like, you're right. They are kind of like, they keep letting this live on, but there hasn't been another moment to like get over it.
There just hasn't. I want to see them just like be in the same vicinity together.
And I hate that Sheena's like, I'm tired of this ultimatum. I'm like, okay, there has not been an ultimatum thrown down.
No, she mocks Ariana and is like, Ariana said that if I'm gonna be, I won't be friends with you if you're friends with Kristen, which I've
never seen that, right?
She just said I'm gonna distance myself because I don't want
to go to everything you're going to then.
And you know what? Ariana, I think, was really just trying to like distance herself in the sense of like, I don't want to be the topic of conversation while you're with Kristen. So I'm just going to put some space between us. You can do your own thing with Kristen. You can do your own thing with me. But like I just don't want to talk about Kristen with you. And I don't want you talking about me with Kristen.
And everything that you're going to, if you invite me and Kristen's there, I'm probably going to say no now 50% of the time. So we will hang out less because I don't want to be with Kristen. And you can go to those things. Yeah. That's great. I'm going to remove myself.
But she's never said, you're not my friend if you're friends with Kristen.
She's never said you have to choose between us. It's I'm making that choice to not be there. You don't have to make that choice. Yeah. I'm making that choice.
And if you choose to hang out with me, fine. If you choose to hang out with Kristen, fine. I don't care either way. Yes. And then this is when we talk about how Sandoval will probably never invite Kristen to his party. Like, duh. And then Sheena and Katie then all of a sudden are like, so we're here to deliver the news that you're not coming to Hawaii.
Yes. Yeah. Jax asked them. Yeah. Jax found out that they were going to hang out with Kristen and asked them to uninvite her. And I was like, I fucking hate you, Jax. You are such a piece of shit.
And Katie's like, I think Sandoval and Ariana are being unreasonable. And I was like, I'm sorry, Jax is really unreasonable in this situation. He should have told Kristen because he said, I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to do it. Like,
yes.
I don't even care about Ariana and Sandoval at this point. I'm like, I'm sorry, Jax.
But it seems like Kristen said she has to give up on Hawaii. So it seems like she's not going to come.
Which makes me kind of think she is in a better spot in her mind.
I agree. But she did get the clear communication at this point that please don't come. So I think she's like, okay, yeah, I think it's, if you're saying that, I'm not going to do.
I appreciate she's not mad. She's not like flying off the handle like she would have. She is taking it in and she says, I understand. That is my ex. I did some horrible things to him and his girlfriend.
Yes.
Fine. I'll just like be sad by myself, but I'll move on. Yes. So now we go to Tom and Ariana's apartment. Ariana's not here. And while she's gone, I guess Sandoval drinks straight from the Brita, which
What? I didn't even notice that.
He like took the Brit out, and you know that part where you pour? He fully put in his mouth.
Waterfalled it?
He put his mouth on the Brita.
I literally live and die by a Brita. I think I need to go clean my Brita in my parents'
Which is
house
also like fine if you're never gonna have anyone else drink from this, but
you're never gonna have someone else drink water from your Brita.
Water into a cup, it hits the Brita, and you live with someone else who clearly is gonna drink from the Brita.
That just also is a weird angle. I'm just gonna point out, like,
yes, like, it looked weird. So Schwartz is here. He is bearing food, and he actually proposes to Sandoval with the food as to practice, because we find out tonight
it's happening.
The night Schwartz has worked out. He ate a healthy breakfast. He has new shoes, and now he brought a burrito for Tom Sandoval because he's about to get some advice before.
Yes, we're prepping for the proposal. Yes. We're talking about when, what are we going to say? What order, what are we going to wear? We're finally actually doing the nitty gritty details. They can't do it with the sangria, but they can do it for the proposal.
Which is fine. Pick one, I guess.
You know what? This is the one. This is the most pressing one. We do need it.
Yes. So the plan is after they clear the entrees at dinner, he's going to do it. We're thinking ring, like pop out the ring and then do the mini speech, because he really wants to hit her by surprise.
Yes, he wants to show the ring first.
Yes.
Or no, Sandoval advises him to show the ring and then do the speech.
Yeah,
because the speech will lead her astray and will confuse her.
Exactly. So Schwartz is super nervous, but Sandoval's here to help. He's going to help style Schwartz.
Yes.
We do like a
vest, like button up, like suit vest
that's double breasted and 100% top shop. So maybe shop
like, what the fuck does this mean? Yeah, I was like, are we talking Top Shop, the store? Or are we talking about something else?
I
didn't know.
But Sandoval styled Schwartz the first night they went out in LA. It was like a Craigslist ad.
Oh my God.
They figured out it was the same name, same age, same
initials. It was fate. I was like, oh my God, I love this. But Craigslist was such a thing for like a hot sec there, and then it got real creepy. Yeah. So I think they hit the
right moment, and now they're best friends.
Yes, because now there's like Facebook groups where you like see people's pictures instead of just answering anonymous ads online.
It's just very cute. I love these two. I hope they get engaged too eventually.
This is such fate. I love moments like this.
I love it. So now we are at Sir. James is really working hard, and while he's in the back getting some ice, he quick checks the schedule, and he has a shift
every day next week.
Yeah, he's trying to go to Hawaii. What the fuck? So Lisa's in here and she's like, can you get back to work? And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to take a picture of the schedule because I'm going to Hawaii. I'm trying to
get this shit covered.
And Lisa's like, I'm pretty sure you weren't invited. And James
can you imagine if your boss was like, sorry, you can't, because I know you weren't invited.
I already talked to him. But James is like, I'm friends with Tom. Max is going. Lala's going. Fate's going. Why wouldn't I go? And Lisa's like, well, I talked to Jax and you're not friends with him, so you're not going, which is basically what Kristen, we're the same thing. You're not friends with Tom, you're friends with one, not the other, you're not going. But James is basically like, I'm gonna fucking work it out with Jax. Don't you worry. Yeah. He gets back to work, but he's planning to get his shifts covered still.
If I get my shifts covered, I'm going because all my friends are going. Leave me alone.
I appreciate the confidence.
But then it makes Kristen look better where she's like, I get it. I'm not going to go. I'm like, oh, God, you can see James's age.
He's like, I don't want to miss out. Difference.
He's like, I don't want to miss out. My BFFs are all going on a trip I wasn't invited on. I'm going.
I will be invited. Okay. So now we're out to dinner. We think it's Sandoval's birthday dinner.
Yes.
But that's a lie. It's like all couples, Jackson, Brittany, Sheena and Shay, Tom and Ariana, and then Tom and Katie. We're all dressed up. We're all out of the house. We're
Happy
ready.
Birthday,
Sandoval knows. Schwartz knows. No one else knows. We're here. Schwartz is nervous.
Oh my God. He's so stressed. I'm like sweating for him.
His plan was don't tell everyone because then everyone would be anticipating.
Yes, they'll just keep looking over, or this was a good idea.
But now he knows, obviously, and now he's anticipating the moment. So he probably shouldn't have told them himself. But to forget, he is gonna drink some beers.
Beer's his best friend.
Boom,
I get this.
boom.
You're like stressed. I need a drink. When you're like freaking out about something, having something to do, like lifting a drink up to your lips, helps so much. But then it destroys you at the same time because then you get hammered.
So the best part is we start having conversations like, Brittany, it took 32 hours to get here. Is she domesticating Jack? Like, we're having full conversations that
Schwartz is asking so many questions.
Yeah. And we like hear the full conversations, but we're not actually seeing these people have conversations. Like, the camera's just on Schwartz.
He's like shifting and he's like, oh, really?
Shifts, and he's like drinking, and then he asks a question, and then he like listens some more, because he's that dude right now. He's asking a question and then not like participating in he's getting conversation going so he can just sweat and be amongst
trying to create
himself.
A distraction, but people don't understand like that a distraction's needed. So he's distracting them, but then not actually participating because he's so focused on his own thing.
And then just to really put the nail in the coffin, he's like, Brittany, you'll learn all about LA. The main rule is you wait as long as possible to get married, to which everyone is like, oh, Schwartz.
And Katie like rolls her eyes. She's like, I fucking hate you.
Oh, she's so annoyed. So he puts back some more beers because now he's annoyed his fiance, but he's like, it's the right thing.
Now he's even more stressed that he's just stressed his fiance out, his future fiance.
And now the plates are being cleared. And I swear to God, no plates have ever been cleared slower than this.
I feel like he was eating slow. He was like one of the last people to finish eating because like the entree is the cue. Then he's like, I'm not ready anymore.
I'm not done. So then he's like, he orders another beer and then he looks at Katie. He's like, I can't breathe. And she's like, what the fuck?
Like, this vest is getting really tight all of a sudden.
So he's going to have a heart attack now. Like, that's what it looked like. This man's about to die.
I'm getting like secondhand, like, I'm like freaking out even just talking about it right now.
And then what happens is, so there's this table next to them, like across the aisle. And this guy that's at this table gets up, gets down on one knee and starts proposing to his girlfriend. And everyone is like, oh my God.
Everybody looks, but doesn't say anything. But Schwartz is like, look at this.
Look at this guy. And Jax is like, oh my God, are they getting is he proposing right now? And they're all watching and they're all like, oh my God. And now Katie's there. And you hear Schwartz just go, oh my God. This is where his acting just is subpar. Because then he's like drawing attention to it. And Katie's even more pissed.
He's like, oh my God, this is my worst nightmare. Somebody else is getting engaged.
Because he's doing
Schwartz
that thing.
Is saying,
like, are you kidding me? They're getting engaged and I'm not proposing to Katie. And Katie's like, can you shut the fuck up?
He's like, of course, it's happening all around me.
So then he gets up, which honestly, I kind of thought he was drunk. And I was like, oh no. So he gets up and he grabs the ring from this guy and is like, excuse me, we're not doing this. And Katie's horrified. Katie's like, oh no, what
I know, because it's like, what are the chances that two people propose at the same restaurant, tables next to each other, that you're like, oh, he has to cancel his plan here?
I know, but then he interrupts it, to which you're like, oh no, he's drunk. He took too many beers. He's having a heart attack. He
too friendly with the
forgot
beer.
Manners. So he takes the ring and then he gets down on one knee and shows it to Katie. And Katie is like in full disbelief.
What?
She's really wrapping her head around this. She's like, and
I like the
confused.
surprise factor. Like, Katie has no clue that it was even happening. Like, it wasn't just he gets down on one knee at the restaurant. Like, there was just like a little like, wait a minute, what's going on? Whoa, wait.
Yeah, there was a full, because she keeps saying, no, you're not. No, you're not.
But like, then when he opens it and that light on the ring, it's like, boom.
Ah. And so she's freaking out. He's proposed. Everyone is standing. Oh my God.
They're clapping.
I swear to God, Shay pissed himself. He was like, if we got one shot of Shay and him going, what? And he threw his hands in the air. And I was like,
see, that's what's great too, is like, if everybody at the table knew, then they wouldn't have a genuine reaction. Like, this is so fun.
It was great. Katie still hasn't said yes. She's in so much disbelief. And that's when Schwartz goes, you haven't said yes. And we cut to a commercial. And then we come back.
She has waited so long for this ring. She finally gets it and it, like, is just totally silent.
We have no idea. She does say yes once we get back to the commercial break. The servers are all watching. There's some patrons that look more annoyed than thrilled, but we got a nice shot of them.
Yes.
And then a violinist comes out once she says yes, so that's super exciting.
Katie calls her mom.
Ariana's crying. Sheena, of course, is sitting there. She's like, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was now.
Okay, this is what pisses me off the most about Sheena is it's like, it's not about you.
You weren't involved for a fucking reason. Like Ariana's literally having
But I get this.
reaction.
I think I have a little Sheena inside me. It's like you want to be involved in the moment.
I do. I would want to
like
be
are
involved.
forcing, you're putting yourself in the moment.
I would have waited till like a few hours later, like the next day.
Or like when it's like she comes to see the ring and it's like, I'm so happy he did well. Like, is it everything you wanted? Like I helped him with it.
Because I did do this with a friend of mine, but she got engaged separately, not in front of us. And then we had an engagement party for her, to which I was like, she's like, did you know? And that's when I was like, yes.
But the thing is, she asked. It's like Katie finally said yes. And she just like, I've known for weeks.
Yes, I am also engaged. And so, okay. So we find out the other couple, because was he really proposing and Schwartz was just drunk? What the fuck happened?
About them.
They are actors. So he did a modeling job with that girl. And then I don't know if this was another actor or her boyfriend. It'd be really awkward if it was her boyfriend. But it's cute.
The girl model is like, I met him a few weeks ago at a gig. He has been talking about it since. It shows how much time, I think that her saying that shows how much time he did put in this.
Yes. And the fact that he would talk about it to random people, like he was excited for it.
Yes.
So Katie does call her mom. Her mom really doesn't believe it, but then Katie makes it Instagram official.
Hell yeah, look at that old AF Instagram.
And Sandoval is so proud of his little Schwartzy. It's so cute. And that's when Schwartz says, cheers to a 4-year engagement, to which Katie gets kind of pissed off. So he takes it back.
Never mind.
And then they exit the restaurant. They're very cute together. They're like giddy on love.
Yes.
They're full giddy, hanging out, talking. It's very cute.
Best.
And that's how it ends. So next time, Jax is gonna let James know that he's not invited to Hawaii. Lala loves flirting with Jax, but Brittany is gonna have a little conversation with Lala. Here we go, Kentucky Fried Chicken at her best. I still remember,
fresh out of the fryer, ready for some fighting.
Tom and Kristen sit down and have a conversation. Sheena confronts Ariana about a change in Ariana's personality, and Ariana says that Sheena's not her real friend. And then it seems like we go to Hawaii, but Ariana is not excited.
I want to be. Okay, I want to chat about this proposal really quick.
Okay.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it overall? The ring, the proposal style, everything. For me, or for someone just I don't care about that I'm watching the moment. TV? Oh, listen, if I was Katie, I would have been mortified. This was my nightmare proposal. Not only are we super in front of a lot of it's one randoms, step up from nightmare because it's not at a sporting event. Can we just agree on that? Yes, sporting event, but at least not everyone knows who you are at a sport. I don't know. They would at a proposal, I guess. I hate it. I don't want random people involved in my proposal. The most mortifying part is for one moment, it doesn't matter if it's long or short. Your boyfriend's a dick. He's interrupting a proposal because he's drunk and psychotic. And then you're you feel bad about it because you're kind of responsible for him, maybe. But isn't this so Schwartz? I am happy with how it went because I think of so many ways it could have gone way worse. I feel this is the best version for him. I think I have PTSD from the first time I watched it. Yeah. It was for a moment. I really thought he was true. A proposal. Because he never in the episode says what his actual plan is. He just he's going to do it. And we already knew this time. Can you imagine being a random table? So you're watching this first couple about to be engaged, and then you see this man interrupt it, and you don't know the full story because you're not involved in this
plan. So you're just sitting there eating your fettuccine Alfredo and you're just like, oh, fuck.
And he like takes the ring. He takes the ring from him.
Yeah. I would have been like, was that like, I would have had to go up to this table and be like, hello, was that supposed to happen?
But the cameras, I think, help give it away that there's something even bigger going on.
Are you guys famous? And was that supposed? Are you guys filming like Bad Girls Club? That's you guys on Bad Girls Club because he just is it supposed to happen? But yeah, I think it's very Schwartz. Like it ends up being cute the more I watch it because I get it.
I don't mind it.
There's a part of me that will.
I don't want this. I don't want this for me at all. But
never.
I don't mind it.
Now that I know what's coming, I don't mind. It's like when you've already seen the end of a scary movie, so you know what's coming. So it's still scary.
It's more enjoyable.
You don't hate it as much.
Yeah.
And it gets better every time you watch it. That's how I feel about this.
You can anticipate the pain.
I'm horrified. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
I really want to quick ask, because I'm really curious. I've totally forgot about this. Sheena tells Ariana that in the trailer for next week says, your family and I have talked about it and your personality has changed. That kind of angered me. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this conversation?
Wait, Sheena said that?
And she's like, I talked to your family and there's a change in your personality.
That was makes
in
me
the trailer.
Curious if it like, because we know Ariana's dad has passed. So, and you and I know that Ariana has a brother. Yes. That I wonder if that just means that like Sheena's talked to her mom or both her mom and her brother. Because if it's just like a casual conversation with her mom where like Sheena said, the way Sheena would totally do this is like Sheena would tell the mom she's seen a shift and then consider I've talked to your family as like maybe that.
I just like, I can't imagine my friend like talking to my parents and being like
pissed.
Alicia changed, especially if one of my parents has died. I would have been like, yeah, my personality changed a lot because each big life event changes my personality.
But also like she's been on the show for 2 years. So like a lot of things are changing in their lives.
Oh my God. I'm just horrified by it. Sorry, I had to bring it up because it really bothered me that was even said, and I need the context. I really
don't like that. I don't like you don't get as a friend to use somebody like their family against them.
You don't get to talk about my family.
And your family doesn't like, I'm sorry, but your family should always take your side and no matter what's going on with your friends.
Yes.
Like you can check me and be like, hey, I think you kind of messed that situation up, but don't tell my friend that. Don't be on their side. You can like totally be honest with me and tell me I screwed something up, but do not give that friend some ammo.
Never. Yeah. I just had to wonder because I was like, holy shit, she says that. Okay. But
I'll have to look out for
it. Okay. Accepted and blocked.
I'm going to accept Schwartz.
Oh, nice.
Because like he did a wonderful job.
Yeah. You really liked it.
And he even got a flirt with Lisa.
Agreed. So I'm going to accept something that like maybe a little unconventional.
Okay. That's good.
I'm accepting the bromance of the Toms.
Oh, I love that.
I couldn't pick one or the other. I think both of them had fine episodes, but together they make one mega person that I love.
I think that's wonderful. Because they did this proposal. Let's be honest.
They did it. And the fact that Sandoval knew and he was like so excited. He didn't even tell Ariana. He's so excited for his boy.
I feel like Sandoval was the understudy of this proposal.
Yes. And I think a lot of friends, sometimes including myself, like we root for our friends, but we can sometimes be a little jealous. Like, oh, I wish I had that. Or like,
yeah.
This is so
or you
great
get yourself involved like Sheena did,
Yes. But Sandoval didn't do that. He loves his boy. He's so happy for him.
1,000% supportive.
He doesn't even want to talk about his own possibility of getting engaged. And like Schwartz is so cute. He relies on it. It's very cute.
He knows exactly who to go to get the job done. And like Schwartz is in the wings ready for like the dressing.
It's he's a stage
Here's
mom.
Your double-breasted
He's just a dance mom.
And blue tie.
He is.
He's like Amy Poehler in Mean Girls. He's got his video camera and he's literally like doing the dance with Schwartz.
Loves Schwartz. Okay.
Sandoval's like next to interrupting also that proposal.
Okay. Who are we blocking? I could block literally everyone else in this episode and feel okay about it. Maybe.
I know who I think I know who I'm blocking.
Okay, block someone.
I'm blocking Sheena. I think she's being a shitty friend, especially when Ariana's been so supportive of her through her problems. When Ariana has a problem that is inconvenient for Sheena, she's a bitch, and a bitch to the people that Ariana dislikes. Like, she's giving Kristen ammo
against her friend.
Yeah, not cool.
I agree.
I get talking to like Katie and Jax, like we talked about, like when you're frustrated, because it seems like Sheena's frustrated that like she can't have her BFF Kristen come on the trip too.
Sheena can't have her way.
Yes. That like, I get you wanting to talk to your friends about that, but like Kristen can't be one of those friends.
I understand. Yes. Sheena was kind of annoying this episode.
I just don't like the words she's using. I just think she's being a little too mean for claiming they're best friends. Like, that's
and Ariana's going to watch all of it. Like, I don't understand when people are like shading other people.
I know.
Like,
I wonder if like you get so used to the cameras that like you
maybe it's so difficult.
It just happens. Yeah. I'm just disappointed.
So I'm going to block Jax because he is
leading. He was my runner-up.
He's leading Lala on, and now Kentucky Fried Chicken is here, and she's going to blame Lala for everything.
And he's like, this is moving real quick. I'm like, dude, you're the one who like lit the fire.
Like, we want to talk about people victimizing themselves. It's always Jax about literally everything.
Like, there's a rampant gossip train going around about us breaking up. Crazy.
Everyone should feel bad for me because I can't hook up with Lala on this table. I'm such a victim.
I can't like tell Kristen that she can't come after I basically told her she could come to my birthday. So I'm going to send some girls to do it for me.
I'm such a victim. I just want Kristen at my birthday and no one will let me. Someone do it for me.
But I also won't speak up about how I want him to. I'll make sure Katie's the one who gets attacked for it.
This man's literally 1,000,000 years old and he still can't act like an adult. I'm so done with him. Sorry, not sorry.
He's not even like doing like really immature things like James is. He's just like being a little bitch.
James. Yeah. And at least James, you're like, okay, he's still coming into his own. This man has lived 3 different lives before we ever met him on Vanderpump Rules. And he's still crazy. Oh, I don't know. He probably graduated high school in like the 60s. So who knows?
Oh my God, stop.
He's not that old, but I'm going to shade him. Okay. Well, this was I'm excited for Hawaii.
Me too. I think I love a good trip.
The best.
Not excited for Sheena being more of a little bitch, but it's fine.
So we're ready. Now we have to do our after show.
Yep. Go rate, review, subscribe. Please just give us a rating and a review. I just want to I really want to read one. I know this is super late, but still, like, when people see this, it's going to be really late, but still it'll like really make my week. Because it makes me sad.
No.
And then come join us for our post show. And even like the current ones, because you're missing out on post shows that are going to like happen in your real time that are great.
Also, actually, we didn't get a review, but we did get a really nice comment that I will read right now because it was very, very sweet. Let me pull it up. It's right here. Yeah.
What is it on our Instagram?
Yes. Zoe did comment and say, I've been listening to y'all for the past half year while making a big move and rewatching my comfort shows. It's like talking to good friends about your favorite things. Thanks, ladies. I'm sure it's hard work to put this podcast on, but keep it up. And you know what, Zoe?
Heart.
It is hard work, but we're going to do it for fucking you. We're going to do it for you.
Yeah, but we enjoy it. Like, that's what this is for us personally, is being able to like talk to our friends about the shows we're watching. Like, Alicia and I used to literally sit at the lunch table together and do this. So it like helps us literally
recording ourselves now.
Yeah, and like when going into more this detail, quote unquote, I literally add the song at the beginning.
Yeah, and we're just going into more detail because we only had an hour for lunch, and so we had like 7 shows to catch up on every day. So we just
my God, yes.
But that
makes me so happy. And I watch shows when I'm like going through big life changes. I like to rewatch shows.
Same. All I do is rewatch shows in COVID.
100%. Love it. Thanks, Zoe. Anybody can leave a comment on our Instagram. It doesn't have to be an official one on our podcast. Just please, I just need interaction.
We just need to know that we're doing a good job right now. Okay. We're in our low. We're getting in our low.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. But yep. See you guys next time.
Bye.